So the first thing we want to make sure of is that the environment is safe for baby. So when you're looking at the cot, you want to make sure that there is no kind of toys, that the sheet is safely tucked under and it's tightly tucked in so it can't unravel and cover baby's face. This doesn't have anything in the way of cot bumpers, but if you have a larger cot, we don't recommend cot bumpers at all because they have been linked to unfortunate cases where babies have suffocated. So just keep the cot environment clear. Also make sure the mattress is firm and it's not too soft that the baby gets kind of squashed into it. We don't recommend sleep aids or sleep props, anything that molds baby's head or any pillows, anything like that. So just keep it flat, clear, with nothing that can obstruct baby's face or breathing. Okay, so the next thing we want to make sure is that baby is in the right position. You want to make sure that he's lying completely flat on his back. Many people worry about babies moving and fidgeting in their sleep, and this is actually really, really normal baby behaviour. So don't worry, don't panic if your baby is making lots of noises, is fidgeting a lot. It just means that they're not quite in a deep sleep yet. So hats is another thing you need to be cautious of. I know that when you're in the hospital, babies will often have a hat on within the first 24 to 48 hours. And this is because new babies are not very good at maintaining their temperature, so a hat does help to keep them warm. However, when they're older, they don't really need to wear hats on a regular basis. Unless you're in a really cold room, they are under direct AC, or you're going to a colder country. But if you are here in the Middle East, it's still quite warm, so there's no real need to put a hat on your baby. So temperature is also really, really important with babies. Overheating is unfortunately linked to SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome. So we really want to make sure that babies are not too hot, which is something as a midwife I see all the time. When we're looking at baby's temperature, firstly, if you don't have thermometers in the room, then that's fine, but make sure that the baby only has like a vest and a baby grow on. I always say that if it's okay for you, it's fine for the baby plus one layer. So if you're wearing shorts and t-shirt, you might want to just give your baby a vest and a baby grow. If you're wearing 3 layers because it's really cold, then you give your baby 4. If you do have a thermometer in the room, you can use this, and the normal temperature is between around 18 and 22 degrees. However, in the Middle East, this is something I come across all the time. Most of the rooms have air conditioning units, and you set the thermometer in the room to a specific temperature, but they're not very accurate for generating the correct temperature. So for example, you might set your AC unit to 24 and it's actually really, really cold, or you set your AC unit to 21 and it's still quite warm. So please use your common sense, or you can purchase a specific room thermometer that will give you an accurate temperature guide. And we do have some recommendations of different brands you can use for this. So when you're sleep deprived, it's so easy to Google and research things that are going to help you sleep. But I can't stress enough the importance of sleep safety. So if you are going to use specific products for sleep, make sure that they are approved by authorities and organisations such as the AAP in the US or the Lullaby Trust in the UK. Visit their websites, they have some really useful information as well. But anything that is not approved should not be used for sleeping, no matter what the guarantee is of helping your baby sleep. Safety should always come first. One final point on safe sleep is smoking. Smoking has a detrimental effect on baby's safety, so it definitely shouldn't be happening in the bedroom or in the house at all. So making sure that the environment is smoke-free is so important when it comes to baby sleep safety and reducing the risk of sudden infant death syndrome.